always has their shit together on Instagram.
No, they're
you
living
don't
their
see
best
anybody
life.
down bad on Instagram.
People don't experience negative things on
No,
Instagram. It's
no.
a happy place, which is very Libra energy
Yeah.
to me. Like, we don't experience negativity here. Everything's fine all the time.
Right.
Like, I've never experienced a negative emotion in my life, and it's weird that you think I would document that.
Right. I only go on trips, I only eat the fanciest foods, and I only look super hot and sexy with my friends.
What's good, you guys? It's your girl, Sarah.
And Maya.
And we're CharmedanDangerous.
You know, because they're changing.
And we dangerous, baby. We dangerous. Especially when we talk about social media.
Because, you know, sometimes social media be dangerous and wilding out here.
No,
You know,
and it'd be charming too.
Right.
And we're gonna get into the ones that are dangerous versus charming.
Yes.
This was not planned, by the way.
It wasn't.
So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and just look at the title of the video if you want to know exactly what we're gonna talk about. And let's just get into it. And if you guys are wondering like why we just picked these three, which is gonna be Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, and you're like, well, where's TikTok? Where's annoying ass Facebook? You know what I mean? It's like you love to hate it, but you hate to love it. Facebook, you know. So we are gonna do a part 2 to this video because. Again, it would be way too long if we did all of the social media apps in one video. We have a lot to say clearly about each one of them. So if you want to watch the other ones, just stay tuned for the second part to this video.
Yes.
Let's just get started.
Yes.
All right, first one, we have Twitter, which is Sarah's #1. If you're new here, Twitter is absolutely my favorite fucking social media app ever to exist. And Twitter is an Aries.
Yes. I feel like Twitter being an Aries fits into that Aries archetype so freaking well because it really is aggressive. It's aggressive as fuck.
As fuck. It's say it with your chest.
Yes.
Energy. You know, people be just saying whatever the fuck they want to say on Twitter.
Right.
Whether it's well received or not, even if you say something like, I love apples, someone's gonna fight you.
Right.
Someone's gonna be like, you like fucking apples? What about oranges?
Truly.
What's your fucking problem?
No one, and I feel like no one really stops to like think about other people's feelings,
It's very
you know what I mean, or how it's gonna
fast-paced,
be perceived. You're just like, this is my feelings. Here we go.
And you know, a lot of people say, and a lot of people do, such as myself, go to Twitter for real-time news.
Yeah.
And like that is also very Aries energy in real time, happening very quickly. You know?
Yes.
And like the feed just keeps going quick.
It really does. I feel like it's also very Aries because of the clapbacks and how quick you go back and forth with people. You know what I mean?
Yes. And I literally thought to myself, I'm like, Twitter really has anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. And if that's not Aries,
that is
you know what I mean?
Their theme song.
You know how when they say tough crowd? Like, that is also Twitter energy. Like, you're not always gonna blow up quick. Your pictures probably aren't gonna do that well on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like sometimes it's just you talking to your 1 and 2 mutuals, and as long as they like your tweets, it's good enough.
Right.
It can be very loner energy. Like, you better be comfortable with just sharing your thoughts for yourself and nobody else. Okay. Because you're not always gonna get that validation from other people. Aries energy.
You're so right. Because Aries doesn't also need that validation, you know what I mean?
No.
Like, yes, it would be nice if our tweets blew up, right? Like, I'm sure everybody in the back of their mind, they're like, oh, that would be cool if it's for the good reasons.
Yeah.
But for the most part, yeah, people are okay with it just being like their few friends liking their stuff, and I feel like that is very Aries energy because they're okay with being the lone soldier. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're cool with just having their couple of friends because they know that those are their ride or dies.
Yeah.
And you got your riders.
And that's it.
Liking your shit on Twitter.
That's so true. Actually. And also the energy of like chaos to me is very much obviously Aries and Twitter. It's chaos. You don't go there to like feel calm or content. Like you go there to feel something. Truly. Something aggressively.
Yes.
Passionately. Angrily. Laughing your fucking ass off. Like that's Twitter to me. Twitter makes you fucking laugh.
Yes. No, 100%. I also want to touch on the fact that I feel like Twitter is very much an Aries in the sense that Aries don't like to be lied on. You know what I mean?
They're gonna expose you.
Right, they're gonna expose you, they're gonna bring receipts, and they are going to end you if they try, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're trying to come for them wrongly.
And they will clown on you too.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the way people go in on Twitter is like,
it's very Martian.
it's like no other. Yes, it's war.
Yeah,
It really is.
it's iconic. Love me some Twitter.
Yes. Okay, next let's talk about Instagram. And Instagram, if y'all didn't know, is a Libra.
Oh, who would have thought? Oh my god, the aesthetic.
Right.
Actually, like Instagram aesthetic. That is
Venusian.
Libra to me.
Venusian archetype.
That balance.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's like, do you like me? You know what I mean? Like, do you like the way I look? Like, you know what I mean? Do you like the way I live my life? So you agree that you think I'm really pretty?
So you think I'm really cool.
You know what I mean?
Cool, calm, collected. Everyone always has their shit together on Instagram.
No, they're
you
living
don't
their
see
best life.
anybody down bad on Instagram.
People don't experience negative things on
No.
Instagram. It's
No.
a happy place, which is very Libra energy
Yeah.
to me. Like, we don't experience negativity here. Everything's fine all the time.
Right.
Like, I've never experienced a negative emotion in my life, and it's weird that you think I would document that.
Right. I only go on trips, I only eat the fanciest foods, and I only look super hot and sexy with my friends. All the time.
No, it's true. And I feel like Instagram being a Libra is just perfect because everyone on Instagram needs to feel validated.
Yeah.
Or they'll literally die.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you're not getting the amount of likes or whatever on Instagram, you feel like you're doing something wrong. And Libra energy is known to be that a little bit self-conscious in the sense that opposite of Aries, sister signs, they need that validation from other people to feel safe.
Yes.
To feel like they're living their best life. It's like, you really could be happy, but if no one's telling Libra they're doing it right, they're gonna be like, well, I'm doing it wrong. Because people aren't telling me.
Right.
People aren't telling me
I
I'm
don't
doing
have
it
that
right.
validation. I don't have that confirmation from the outside
Exactly.
world
Like,
that I
try
too long for.
so hard to
Yeah.
look perfect, live a perfect life,
Right.
and you guys are not
You're not looking at me?
validating me?
You're not looking at me?
Yeah.
Watching?
And that's why it's just this Aries, Libra, Twitter, Instagram. It's so funny that they would be sister signs.
It is.
Because again, the same validation that you're definitely not going to get from Twitter, you gonna try and get from Instagram.
Yes! It's so true. And you hit the nail right on the head when you said, like, on Instagram, your life is hella sad when you don't be getting all them likes. But on Twitter, you don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. Like,
You
this
can
is how I
post
feel.
the same photo on Twitter and on Instagram. And you're okay with it getting like 2 likes on Twitter, but if it only got 2 likes on Instagram, you want to delete that
Damn,
shit.
people don't think I'm cool.
Right.
It matters on Instagram.
It really does.
You know, Aries energy is very much I don't give a fuck, and Libra energy is I give all the fucks.
Yes. No, and I feel like Instagram does a very good job, and you know, Libra energy too, like they like to live in their created reality.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a little delusional, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't talk about the things that are actually going on in the world. Like Instagram is just, like I said, happy stuff, funny memes, like silly videos. Like, when do you ever really hear about, I mean, sometimes you hear about like politics, but it's usually later in the game. Like they're usually the last ones to be talking about it.
Well, when you think of Libra energy, they're like that, you know, the lawyer archetype, right? The one that makes it fair, just, and makes everything sound nice. If you think about it, Aries is the opposite of that. You know what I mean? Aries, as soon as it knows something, it shares it.
Yeah, it's like, let's get it out.
And that's Twitter, right? Real-time news. Libra needs to do some thinking, dissecting. Well, how will this affect other people? Are other people ready to hear this?
Right.
Is
How
this
will they
too much
view
for
it?
you? Like, let me get my facts right before I share how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Very slower paced, and sometimes doesn't even feel the need to share it. Because again, rose-colored glasses, things that are too real, it doesn't fit the aesthetic of Instagram.
Yeah.
Libra is always thinking about how they come off to the world.
No.
Instagram is exactly that. You don't just post it. You gotta think about how you're coming off to the world.
Yes.
Aries, you twin. As soon as I have a thought, I'm like, the world needs to know.
No, this is so true. And honestly, I'm thinking about it in the terms of captions. Like, how much time do you spend on captions on Instagram?
The photo speaks for itself. Why do you even think of the
Literally.
perfect fucking caption? And then the hashtags and all of it together is a lot.
And then opposite, Aries, I have like typos. I'm like,
No,
I can't get
literally.
it out fast enough.
And can we also talk about this? Oh my god, I'm getting mind blown by my own thoughts. Twitter being an Aries, it doesn't have an edit button. Like what you say, you make the mistakes, it's done. Whereas on Instagram, you can go back and edit it and perfect it and fine tune it like Libra energy. Oh my god. Like, isn't that wild?
Wow. No, it's so true. And there are times where I wish I could go back and edit my
Don't we all? But Aries said, you said what you said.
Right.
And that's the way you said it.
And you said it with your chest.
And you can't take it back. No take backsies.
Right.
Instagram's like, are you sure? You don't want to change that.
Right.
It's not looking too good,
It
honey.
didn't hit right. It didn't hit well, you know?
I can't. That's fucking hilarious.
That is.
And it's interesting to think about, like, you know, in terms of social media apps, like, and like your own chart, like, how do you feel? What is your synastry between you and these apps? Like, do you have more fun with certain apps? Well, look at that app's chart and look at your chart. See that synastry. It's really important to think about.
No, it's.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like my Gemini moon, I love the chaos of Twitter. I'm always thinking and I'm always typing it out, and I want everyone to know I'm broadcasting myself.
Right.
But my Libra side reel on Instagram, I'm fucking thriving. I'm like, aesthetic.
Vibes, moods, everywhere.
I also feel like with political stuff, like, obviously Instagram is not the best place to do it, but I still do it. I still like post it on my, like, you know, in my story. But in my head, in the back of my head, I'm always thinking, people probably don't want to see this shit, but I don't give a fuck.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Because like when you look at other people's stories, most people just do like happy things on Instagram. But like truly, I express myself how I want, no matter where I'm at, no matter who the audience is. But I do think about the fact that on Instagram, it's probably not well received as much as Twitter when I'm going off.
Yes. Oh my god, that's so true. It's actually accepted and like deemed okay to go off on Twitter, but so not as much on Instagram.
It's not.
People be like, you're acting out. Why are you hollering?
I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. I was in a happy mood.
Right.
You know?
No negative promotion. Alright, next we got Snapchat. And I love Snapchat.
I know you do. I mean, listen, I fucked with Snapchat in the past. That shit was wild. When it gives you those stories.
Right.
Like, was I doing that? I don't think that was me.
And if y'all didn't know,
Snapchat is a Cancer.
Yes. And to me, that fits so well because the fact that you can go back and see photos, that nostalgia aspect,
it takes over. The emotions take over.
Yes. It just makes so much sense to me.
I mean, yeah, it definitely does. When I saw that shit, I was cracking the fuck up. Because if you really think about it, everyone feels a little too comfortable on Snapchat. You know, like, we're all family here. It's like the people that have seen your Snapchat stories for years.
Oh my God.
We used to post whatever on Snapchat.
Oh, yeah.
There was no shame. Like, yeah, they are family.
Uh-huh.
They are family because they've probably seen more of you than your actual family.
Oh, 100%.
And if that's not Cancer energy, a little blackmail.
No. Oh my gosh, yes, yes. I feel like anytime I'm in my feelings, I hop on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Whether that be, you know, like, oh, I'm feeling cute, you know, like I'm gonna take a picture, use one of these little filters.
Yeah, the filters
or
are dope.
she's drunk and I'm like, ah! I have so many of those. And I feel like it's true for other people too, because I can't tell you how many dick pics I've gotten on fucking Snapchat.
Well, say it.
Like,
chest then.
there's so many.
No, for sure. They don't stop.
You know what I mean? And I feel like I said, people go to Snapchat to be in the feels. Whether you're like horny, you're feeling cute, you're feeling drunk. Like,
no, it's true. Like the impulsive cardinal water energy is very much present. Like, I feel like with Snapchat, you didn't think about what you were posting. You felt something and you posted it.
Yeah.
You wanted to say something, you posted it. You had that camera up, you're like, this is how I feel. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going through it.
Right. And I also love it because I feel like nobody knows really, unless you're a regular Snapchat user, that you can use it for all of these bad, wild things.
Yeah.
Most people, like, on the front, it's like, oh, it's a camera app, you know? Like, people just use it for the filters, but nah. And I feel like that is
the surface what really goes down.
Cancer energy too, you know? It starts off sweet, it presents very sweet, like, oh, this is an innocent little app.
Oh, if you only knew the dirtiest, craziest shit is happening in
on
Snapchat. Yeah. Woo, you thought. Truly
though.
And the thing with Snapchat is, I don't know, I can only speak on myself, and probably the rest of y'all, don't lie. You know when you have those streaks on Snapchat where you were posting some crazy stories, the next day you wake up and you're like, ooh. Like, you're watching your own story like, damn, filled with regret a little bit, and like that's Cancer energy, like impulsive shit, and then afterwards you're a little embarrassed, like, fuck, did I go in a little too much?
No, truly.
But you have no shame when you're doing it, it's just when you actually process it later,
yeah,
you feel a little weird about it. You know, cardinal water, like, maybe I went too deep.
Right, you went too hard, too in the feels. And it gets you that way.
It really does.
It also is so accepting.
Also, I feel like I have some like trauma bond with it.
I know.
I don't use it. It's still on my phone. I can't delete it for some reason. It's hanging on to me.
Woo! Yes, I just love that. I feel like I can always go there to express myself.
No, I mean, I love that for you. You continue to do that.
Yeah.
You continue to do that. Also, one last thing I want to say about it is that I feel like most people, like, you know, they also use Snapchat when it was like really popular to see who's best friends with who.
Oh my god.
And that to me is also peak water energy of like being a little bit crazy in terms of wanting to know how other people get along. Like, okay, is that your bestie or are you with him? Like, you know.
Okay, yeah. You know, I'm really happy you brought this up because when I first had Snapchat in the beginning and I was dating my bad ex.
Yeah.
I remember I would see that he would have little like streaks and stuff with people, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I know how you get a streak. Like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
Why do we as people need to know that?
Right.
They took the feature away, right?
No, it's still there.
Oh my, you guys are messy.
So messy.
No, like you're trying to make people fight.
No, truly.
Oh,
it's messy as
chaotic.
hell.
That's chaotic.
It's so
as
messy.
Fuck. Wait, I just realized. All three of the signs we're talking about in this video are cardinal signs.
That is so...
Oh, so y'all love to lead.
Right.
I mean, it's true. When you hop on a social media app, you're definitely putting something into action, whether it's your emotions, your feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're putting something out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. Oh, wow.
That's very interesting.
Okay,
how do you guys
cardinal
feel about
energy.
that? That most of the, all the apps we talk about in this video are cardinal signs. I feel like that's very interesting.
I think that's
and something I need to ponder on for a little bit longer.
Right.
Because I literally just clicked that right now.
Yeah.
Wild.
Me too. I need to think about that more.
Maybe we'll talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
More.
Yes. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching the first half of us talking about these social media apps. Okay. If you liked these ones, make sure you check out the next episode that we're going to be talking about some more social media.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn.
Yes.
And you're like, LinkedIn, trust me, it's going to be good.
It's going to be good. Right. And if y'all didn't know, we got a podcast. We post it every Wednesday.
Yeah,
check it out. Check it out.
We get into a little bit of everything on there.
Yes.
Really, spirituality, healing, funny shit. We'll be clowning on there.
Yeah, we do. We really do.
So check it out.
Yes. We're going to link our socials somewhere around here. Make sure you give us a follow. We love you guys.
Yeah.
So much.
Have a good rest of your week.
Bye.